Hey, it's Cody from the Keepers of Nerddom. How you guys doing? I wanted to take tonight to talk about Obi-Wan Kenobi. Behind me is the original Battlefront 2 in all of its wonderful glory. The newer one was amazing at the end. After they got everything fixed, when it first came out, it was not good. But this one just has a special place in my heart because of just the amazingness to it, really. I mean, especially for the era it came out in. And it kind of shows how much was possible back then and should be possible today if they're going to put in the effort. But anyway, let's talk about Obi-Wan. Just know there's spoilers ahead for all of this. There's just no way around it because otherwise it's just going to be ridiculous. There's 3 episodes now, 3 parts, as you will. And overall, a lot of it's really good. It is a great show. But it has some small things that are concerning. And, you know, Star Wars in general, I'm concerned about just because Star Wars has not been in a good spot for quite a while. So there's that. Let's see. So let's go into a little bit of it. First, we're really seeing Obi-Wan Kenobi in his just struggle to be a Jedi that's in hiding, that can't help the innocent and the poor, that he has to just protect others. And we see that cost by like the loss of another Jedi that is an idiot. But side note, that's a weird little thing that somehow the Jedi just finds him in the middle of nowhere out in the desert. It's like, I can believe that it's possible, but it just seems really out of place. Anyway, that's a pretty minor thing. It's just kind of strange. You know, Obi-Wan's watching over Luke. You get to see some of Leia and her upbringing, which, side note, sucks to suck for Luke. Leia's over here like getting the best life ever with money and crazy fame and fortune and all this, and Luke's over here on a desert farm. Just ridiculous. So we get to see Grand Inquisitor stuff and those Inquisitors. I will say the Grand Inquisitor's head, everything we've seen in the trailer, yeah, it's terrible. It's dumb. It's just not good. So that's a thing. But overall, the character we're seeing of Obi-Wan, he's in hiding, but he's also in torment because he's really wrestling with his role in Anakin's fall, in Anakin's treachery of the Jedi. Yeah, so it's interesting. You know, we've got like another 10 years or a little bit less than that till A New Hope. So we have to be really careful with that. And like the character development of Obi-Wan, he's definitely not yet the wise old sage that we see in A New Hope. Right now he is a very troubled sage that just goes, do I really want to go do anything? And, you know, very quickly Leia gets abducted, and by the way, the chase scene to get Leia in the woods is the most ridiculous thing you'll ever see. It's cheesy as all get out. You're like, this kid is 6 or 7 and she's outrunning these people and doing crazy little stunts. And side note, she claims she's 10. She's not. She's not. She is way too small for that age. I think they just like the actress and went, we're going with this, so we'll work with it. And so anyway, yeah, so she gets kidnapped, and Obi-Wan is called in by Bail Organa to rescue her, only to discover that it's all a trap just to get to Obi-Wan, because somehow this third sister knows about their connection, which that would be pretty common knowledge. That totally makes sense. But the reason I say that is just because this third sister has information that is insane. And unless it's revealed later on in the show that something is epically insane with who she's connected with, it does not make sense, some of the information she does know. Like that one you could find in public record and videos, like that makes sense. But this she is chasing them down, and she eventually like murders straight up the Grand Inquisitor, and I was like, good, we don't have to look at his stupid head anymore. But then she says something as she's chasing down Obi-Wan. She's like, Anakin's alive. Everything we've been told is like there are very few people who know that. You know, like the Emperor and a few of the stormtroopers that helped there. But I bet they were either killed or sworn to secrecy by the Emperor. So it's just strange that she would know that. Overall, by the way, great visuals. It feels like Star Wars again. I love seeing Obi-Wan Kenobi with a lightsaber in hand. And then this third episode today, we get to see him brandish it again. But quite frankly, he's craptastic. He's really bad. And I get, like, it's been 10 years, but still, it's like you've trained Jedi. I'm pretty sure you're not going to lose those skills entirely. But it's interesting. As a side note, I bet the internet is aflame right now with the fact that in episode 3, you know, we've got essentially an episode of them on another planet running for their lives and connections being made. It's kind of a, not filler episode, but yet setting the stage for more stuff and setting the stage for the rebellion kind of concepts, stuff like that. And also they name dropped Quinlan Voss, which I thought that was really cool. So yeah, again, it really is good. Like the negatives in this are smaller things, other than like the moment where the third sister says that she knows Anakin's alive and essentially that he's Vader, right? If memory serves, she like connects those dots for him. It's like, whoa, that's not supposed to be common knowledge. But anyway, we actually get to see Obi-Wan and Darth Vader fight, which it's those funny things. Like, part of me hopes for that, but yet everything that we know about in the New Hope, I don't know that it doesn't say anything specific about how long it's been since they've last seen each other and fought. But it seemed like it was a long time, and now we're putting it at less than 10 years from this interaction. Whereas if we'd left that alone, the last time they interacted was on Mustafar. Is it Mustafar? Yeah. When Obi-Wan cuts off his limbs. But I mean, it makes sense. And then like Vader even goes, "I'm gonna burn you too," which is funny. Like the scene itself is really pretty interesting. Like, it is good, but it's one of those things that they're in dangerous territory of making it feel less and less like the things that are said and done in A New Hope are actually the truth of the matter. And there wouldn't be any reason for Vader to lie about that it's been a long time since seeing. And yeah, it just was a strange thing, right? A very strange thing. So Star Wars, you know, this is stuff that I was hoping for. I loved the interactions and conversation between him and Leia on the little hover truck, where he's, you know, she even asks, like, "Are you my dad? You my real dad?" And he even says, like, "I wish that I could say yes." I love that. Like, it was a very touching moment, and I think that was the reason that they chose this girl to be their actress for Leia and Blade Runner 10. Is the chemistry between her and Obi-Wan, or Ewan McGregor, right, is good. Like, he plays the awkward well, but he is just fantastically interesting in that role. Like, it's so good to see Ewan McGregor again in this. They've got to be really careful, you know, to make sure that this doesn't fall apart and create inconsistencies. But overall, you know, it's got some issues, it's got some weird stuff, but it feels more like classic Star Wars than it has in a while, other than like Rogue One, quite frankly. Side note, that has in some ways replaced Empire Strikes Back for me as my favorite Star Wars film, because Rogue One, they were like, we're going to tell another part of the same big story, and we're going to make it look the same, we're going to make it feel the same, and it's, you know, some of the actors in that movie aren't great, but if that's the worst thing you have to complain about, this movie is fantastic. Like, the story was great. Everybody dies in the end. It makes sense then why you don't see them after that they're hailed as heroes, but they're not anything past this moment, because they are literally exploded. They're gone, and that's okay. And it's dark, and it's mysterious, and it's sad, And, you know, I think it's funny that a lot of the younger audiences that watched that movie didn't like it. But I think there was those of us that are a little older that realized this is like Empire Strikes Back, that this is evil winning, but yet there's hope. And that's what makes it fun. So, yeah, this is a good note. I think there's some challenges. I think there's some negatives. But I think overall it's a positive step that they've been allowed to do the right things with this. So whatever they've got so far, it's in good shape, other than the fact that there's the name drop of Anakin being alive that she shouldn't know, and just the fact that that they have fought now. Just not necessarily the greatest thing. But overall, yeah, I would recommend Obi-Wan for Star Wars lovers. It is a fantastic treat to see Ewan McGregor again. Hayden Christensen, yes, as well, but yet not, because, I mean, what we see of him is, you know, in makeup and whatnot, and then under the suit. So, it's good, like, it's fun, but you just don't see him, you know what I mean? At least yet. So, there's little bits and bobs of him. But, yeah, so, Obi-Wan, have you seen it? What do you think? Let me know in the comments, and I'll respond and let you know thoughts about your thoughts. Thank you, guys. Take care.